Good evening, and thank you for joining me. I apologize for the long delay between videos. It's been a rough few months for me. I hope you've been well. Tonight I wanted to share a little time-lapse of my character Teal enjoying her morning coffee. For those of you who don't know her, Teal is a friendly slime girl and an optimist through and through. I try my best to be an optimist too, but that isn't always easy. All too often, this world can drag us down into its many miseries. It seems like all we have time to do is gasp for breath. And sometimes you just have to focus on those breaths. Feel your lungs filling with air, nothing else, just breathing. I went to see a therapist once. I told her I was under a lot of stress. She asked me if I ever had thoughts about self-harm. Well, of course I did. I've had thoughts like that since I was a kid. My situation at the time certainly wasn't making it very easy to ignore them. She recommended that I read a book on mindfulness. And then she quit. Now, to be fair, I did enjoy the mindfulness book, and I learned a very important lesson about dealing with depression and anxiety. And it was that when you are very intently focused on the moment you are in right now, you sort of become invisible. You can, just for a moment, cease being you. And there have been plenty of times in my life when I really didn't want to be me anymore. Now, was this a solution to my problems? Did I suddenly let go of the ego or whatever and embrace my place in the universe as a transparent floating eyeball of weaponized detachment? No, I had work to do. I had to get stuff done. I couldn't really stop being me any longer than I could hold my breath and stop needing fresh air. The world needs me. And it needs you. No matter how dimly our fire may burn, the darkness can never truly touch us. For we are light incarnate, you and I. Remember that. Still, there was something there, something important. If only I could wrap my troubled mind around it. The emptiness of being. How nice it would be if, when those horrible voices whisper in your thoughts, you just weren't there. I don't know. I hope you're doing all right. Honestly, I hope that none of this makes any sense to you. I hope that you've never been in that dark place, that you never will be. But maybe you have. And maybe you know what I mean when I say, just breathe. think Teal's enjoying her coffee. It's nice to imagine that someone's happy, even if it isn't always us. I used to enjoy just walking down the street and seeing the people passing by. Oh, I knew that most of them were probably miserable, at least a little bit. But I knew as well that some of them were having the time of their lives. And that made me a little bit happy. Just breathing the same air that someone else was breathing. Someone who didn't have those horrible voices whispering in their ear. To believe that life didn't have to be as awful as I felt it was sometimes. I miss those city streets. I miss feeling like I'm part of something bigger than myself. This world feels smaller now. I know it's only an illusion, but these past few years seem to have stripped away the varnish and gloss off everything around us. People seem tired now. Just weary of enduring. I know I am. So, what are we to do about it? I suppose it comes back to just breathing again. And trying to be less awful than the things we see around us. Because we know it's always the worst things that draw our attention to themselves. The good things tend to get buried beneath it all. So, we dig a little. We find some good things and we enjoy them all the more for their rarity. Teal is enjoying her coffee. And I enjoy drawing Teal. So there's that. I hope that you can find something to enjoy as well. And that you take the time to enjoy it. Anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble for a while. It helps to talk about things like this, and I hope that you enjoyed it as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope to spend more time with you again soon. Goodbye.